Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create GIF animation using Gravit Designer. So let's start with the activity. As you can see over here, I have taken an A4 size canvas. Okay, it's not necessary. You can choose any size you want. I think for this project, A4 size will look good enough. So I'm just sticking with this. Now, in this, in this project, what I want to present here, that I will take a bulb and the bulb will light up. So, let's understand one new thing into the Gravit, that we have a library over here which has some predefined designs already over here. Let's come to the left hand side and come to the libraries, and you can see that some of the elements are already there. So there are so many things such as shapes, illustrations, icons, okay, emojis. So many things are there which you can choose to beautify your artwork. Or rather, what you can do is you can simply search over here. So for this project, as I told you that I want to show a bulb which will light up. So I can search it in the search bar. So I'll search bulb over here, and we can see that we have some of the images here. If you want, you can choose this, but I'm skipping the images part and I'll come where I have the images or designs. So I think this one might look good, okay, for my design. So I'll choose this one. Let's bring the bulb out here. Let's increase its size a bit. We'll keep it over here. Now here the bulb is like it's turned off. I need to turn it on as well, and for that I need to change its color to somewhat like this, some yellow color, by which it will indicate that the bulb is lighted. Now to change the color, to give that illusion, I will come into the layers part, and if you see over here that it is not a single shape. Actually it is a group made up of different shapes. All right, so if you see over here, you see this is the, like these are the some strokes over here. This one is the overall outline. Then we have different paths for the bulb. So we need to select each of them carefully, individually, and then we should change the color. So first of all, I'll start from this base part. So this the last path. This is the one which we need to select, and I will change its color. So, but before that, okay, before changing the color, I should first export this image once. Let's come to the desktop and I will create a folder over here. Let's say idea. Let's keep the name bulb over here. And I will give this image name as one. Save it. All right. The reason I have done this is that I want to start the GIF animation first, showing that the bulb is switched off, then it will turn on. So for that purpose only, I have exported one image. I will explain it later words, that what is the use of the images to create GIF animation. But let's just stick to the coloring part. How can we change the color of a design if it is a group? So I'll select this path over here, and now I'll come to the fills and I'll change this to the like pure yellow color. Second shape we have this one, so it is like a highlighted shape. Okay, it is showing a bit highlight of the particular color. So for this one I will pick this yellow, then I will go to the color palette and I'll try to choose a like brighter yellow tone which is like going towards white. I think this one is fine, so I'll keep this color. Moving up next, I have this very tiny shape. So for this, although here the color does not needs to be changed, but anyways, just to give a bit difference, why not change it? But I will obviously not keep it yellow, but rather grayish tone, I would say. Select next part. So this is the base inside this outline shape. So for this also, I will change the color a bit to some grayish tone. All right. Now finally, we have this outline. For this, I will keep the color around orange. Let's see how it looks. Not good enough. A dark yellow will look much better. Okay. Or maybe a bright yellow. Uh, no, I think a bit dark yellow will look better over here. This is fine. Now last one, we have this too. So for this also, I am going to pick the color which I have given to the outline. This. All right. Now bulb has been lit, so I should save this image as well. Go to the export, choose PNG, and I'll give the image name. Now let's understand about the GIF animation for 1 second. Any animation is like, you see multiple images being changed very quickly in one frame. So when we see a TV, a movie, a cinema theater, that screen on which we are on which we are seeing the movie, so the characters are moving very quickly, meaning that individual images are running so fast, it gives us an illusion as if that the character or the object is moving. For that purpose only, we are taking individual images. So basically, whatever small changes you will give, you have to take those images. Means you need to export those images, and then we will run all those images together in a single frame to give us an illusion of animation. Let's see this in practical, and then we will be understanding it more clearly. Now, first image, the bulb was turned off. Now the bulb has light up. Now to give the animation part, what I will do here, that I will create a rectangle. Let's zoom in a bit, and I'll create a rectangle exactly into the center like this. For this also, I will be picking up this color, and what I want to do here, I want to change its corner to rounded like this. Okay, this seems about right. Now zoom out a bit, select the shape, and let's bring it over here. And I'll rotate it somewhat like this, and let's place it somewhat over here. Yeah. And then just copy and paste this stroke, bring it over here, and rotate it a bit into the angle of this curve. Okay, as if this stroke is like perpendicular along this curve. In this manner, I am just rotating, manually checking at where it will look fine, and I am doing the placement like this. Now again copy. Oops, one second, I forgot to do one thing. Let's delete this up. Yeah, so when I have given a small change, obviously I should export one image now. So I'll go to the export, PNG, and this time I will give the image number 3. Yeah. Now let's do that process, and it is a bit time taking, but result will definitely come out better if we add details carefully. Then export PNG image for save. Let's rotate it like this, and at each change we should save the image. So no need to give any names to the images, just to create that sequence in order. I'm preferring giving numbers as the name. So let's repeat this process quickly. Okay, one over here, around like this. Export, and one over here into the center. I'll give the value down minus 180 or so that it will look exactly right. The problem is here we need to add one. So let's place it a bit over here and rotate it like this. Export this image. And one in the center with 180-degree rotation so that it will come exact straight, and export. Alright, now let's do one thing to save our time. We have seen that we are creating these strokes one by one, and we are exporting the images. Now on the opposite side, I want these strokes on the exact same placement. So what I'll do, I will select these strokes. It's better to select it from here. So with shift, I will select each stroke, and you can, one second, select from here like this. Now what I have done is I have carefully left this one because I don't want this one, I mean the copy of this one. This is like the center point, we can say. So let it be over here. We will be just copying all these strokes on this side. So what I'll do, I'll copy and paste, Control C and Control V, and I'll just flip it horizontally, and I'll move it on this side. Okay, so you can see now that we have saved some of our time to reduce that effort. So let it be. One more thing we should do over here is that let's make it a group. So from here also you can make it a group, and I'll tell you the reason for that. Or rather, you can use the shortcut Control G. So whichever you find is feasible, you can keep that. Now inside this group, we'll come over here and we will turn off all the images like this, and we will keep this one just open up here. Okay, now we do not need to create all these strokes one by one. All we need to do is we need to just unhide it one by one, and we will export the images. So let's do this quickly. export. Next one, and let's quickly finish it up. And the last one is this number 17. All right. So the bulb lit animation and the strokes are completed. Now the last thing which I want to do over here to just complete this animation, I want to add a text. So I'll take a text and I'll write idea and I'll place it into the center aligning with the bulb, and let's increase its size a bit. Let's do the placement again and I'll change its font from here. So we have so many different font. So I think this one will look better, and let's change its color also. Black is not looking appealing to me, so I would prefer a blue one. Huh. To me, blue seems about right. Let's place it in the center, and what I'll do on this text that I will add a border to it. Okay, so I'll click onto the border and I'll increase its size like this, and I'll change its color to white. Okay, now the border is not visible, so no need to worry. What we will do, that I will add another border. Okay, and I'll increase its size. Let's change the color for the time being. Let's keep this one as green. Select, yeah, and this one I'll keep it white. So you can see now that this stroke is going to look like as if there is a glow around the text. If you feel like you need to make the changes, I think this white color, which is like separating this green stroke, is like too much of the thickness, so you can definitely reduce it. I think this one will look better. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just simply change its color at every interval. But before that, let's just remove strokes or hide strokes for the time being, so that we can first see the text image only. So I'll export this one now, number 18, and then I will unhide the stroke. 19, and next thing, I will be only changing the color of these strokes. So I have taken green, let's take red, number 20. Let's take this one, 21. So any like very random and different shade of color I want to give over here, and we will see once how the result is looking out. 3, 4, and the last one I think I will give this, let's say 5. So I'm stopping here. We will see the We will run the animation, we will see how it is looking out. Now let's come that how can we create the animation. So for that purpose, we need to come out of the Gravit and we will come to the browser and we'll come to the Google page. And there I will search for animation. Okay, sorry, GIF Maker. We'll search for this, and here I would prefer you guys to look up for this website gifmaker.me. So I'll open this up, and on this page, the first thing we need to check is to upload images. So I'll click on this button and I'll locate where have I saved those images. So on desktop, I have this folder bulb, and here I have those images. So what I'll do, I'll select all, okay, by Control A, or rather you can select all manually and open up. And now all the images will upload over here. And once all images will upload, so here we can see our animation. Okay, here are all the frames, and this is the preview window where we can see our animation, and this is the glow on the text bar. Okay, now to change this preview, we'll come under down and we will look for this property. So this is the canvas size, the default image size. So I would suggest you to not to change this up, let it be by the 100% default value. The important thing is this animation speed. Okay, by this we can increase and decrease the speed of this animation. So by default it sets at the 500 milliseconds. So if I increase it up, so you will see that animation is actually slowed down, meaning that each frame or each image is coming up after this much time. So the animation will become very slow. To fast up the animation, we actually should slow down the time, meaning that in between each image there is less interval of time. So if I have kept the value 150 from 500, you can see that animation has become faster. If I reduce the value more, let's say around 100, you can see that animation is becoming a bit faster. So if you are not satisfied with the default value of the speed, definitely you can speed up from here. For me, I think it's a bit faster, so I'll keep around 200, and it's a bit slow. Let's keep 150. So 150 seems about right to me. Okay, of course I can check it again carefully, but I'm just going forward with this value. So after setting up the animation speed, we'll come to the repeat times. This is set to 0 by default, and I would suggest this is the best thing, because I want my GIF animation to run forever and ever if I have opened that image. So I should not change it. If at any point you want to give a limited number of counts, so obviously then you can put a value over here. But as I told you, we should not change it. Let it run forever. Then we can skip this music part. This is not relevant for us. Now, once all the values has been set, we will click on this create GIF animation. So it is processing. So we will wait for a while, and processing is all done. So you can click on this to view the GIF, and you can click on download to download the GIF. So I'll just simply download the image from here, and you can see already an image has started downloading. So we will check this image, and I'll double click to open it up. And this is my bulb starting from turned off and turn it on, and then this idea is lighting up like this. So this is just one of the example. If you feel like you want to create some more sort of animation or different kind of animation, definitely you can create different image frames according to that, and you can run it into this website gifmaker.me. I hope this video is good enough for you to understand the process of GIF animation, and I hope you can easily create this project. Thank you so much for watching.